Okay, so now I'm actually going to go through and separate. I'm going to cut apart the weaker lock. See, if you look along here, this one is definitely weaker. This looks like one consistent lock from beginning to end. So I'm going to cut off the weakest link. And this is what I'm going to use to fuse onto these short locks in the top. This one, like again, I'm going to... Okay, now my next step is to separate the parts in the front so I know which sections I'm dealing with the locks, and see what's better light. Okay, so I'm just pulling the hair apart and separating it into different sections, and I'll show you my tools again. You know, I have the kinky hair. I have the hair that I cut off of her hair from the fused locks. So now I have an actual batch of locks that I can use to attach to the short ones. So now I'm separating. I'm actually pulling the hair apart from the ends to see where the parts are on the scalp at the root. And some of this hair, because it's kind of short, I can just kind of separate it and reform the part around the lock, because we still have some nice viable locks up here. I'm really looking for the loose hair that needs a lock attached to it. So I separate the hair as much as I can on the ends, and then when I get to the roots, I try to gently pull it apart. Like if you see here, okay, I can pull this hair. This hair, these kind of look like locks, where the hair is beginning to form into one unit. So I'm going to just kind of separate it with my finger and not put, you know, a really super defined part there, but a general section. So I make this kind of general part with my fingers, because I know I'm not going to be able to make super precise parts because the other hair is already locked around it. And I'm just going to, once I separate it, I'm just putting a partial braid there so that it stays separated. And I'm not putting the braid close to the scalp, I'm leaving it loose so that when I palm roll the hair in the end, it'll all still have a consistent look and all of the roots will be palm rolled. So I wouldn't want my braid to be close to the root for that reason. See, I'm going to pull this apart. That kind of looks like a lock. And then I'll separate it with my finger to find the part. And then I'll braid just a little bit of a braid so that that stays separated. And eventually, you know, after I shampoo it, I'm going to